Welcome back to another episode of Undiagnosed Baddie, your favorite daily 10-minute motherfucking podcast, y'all. Let's just go ahead and get into this because this one is pretty fucking juicy today. All right. So, Ray the Immortal states, if you found out your best friend and your significant other have been sneaking around your back for 6 months, who are you confronting first? All right. I first want to ask y'all to put into the comments call to action as soon as we open up. What do you consider a best friend? How do you determine who is your best friend? Do you know how when you go places, they be like, oh, will you be my girlfriend? Like the men ask them, on a little plate or whatever, and it's real cute. Will you be my girlfriend? How do you determine who the fuck is your best friend? Or is that an unwritten rule? And this is for men and women to answer, right? So we first have to define, as we break this equation down, what is a best friend and how do you know you're someone's best friend? You can have acquaintances, you can have friends, but how do we define best friend? All right. Going deeper into the question again, it says you found out your best friend and your significant other have been sneaking around your back for 6 months. Who are you confronting first? There's so many factors that go into this. Are we living together? Are we not living together, right? Because at that point, if you're not living together, you can cut everybody the fuck off and go about your fucking life. That's a move Big Bella does. That's a move as a Sagittarius, baby. I'm just gonna cut you off. I'm just gonna cut you the fuck off because that's just what I do. I'll cut you off because you know what the fuck you did. And to come into my space and want an explanation about why I want to leave and why I want to preserve myself and why I want to protect my feelings and my mental health and everything about my peace, you gonna bring your lying ass in and over here and try to manipulate me and gaslight me for you to fucking stay, and that's not gonna be what it is. So that plays a factor. If I find out my best friend and my significant other are fucking around with each other behind my back for 6 months, I'm not going to talk to them. Okay. Now, let me go back to my first question that I asked y'all to put in the comments. What do you define as a best friend? In my opinion, a best friend is someone that knows all your shit, all your dirt, right? You locked in like this. And what I feel like I have a best friend. I haven't asked him to be my best friend. We uh and so the only reason why I say that is because this is somebody that I talk to every day. This is somebody that knows my highs and my lows. This is somebody that knows that we have nicknames for every gentleman that's in my life, right? So when you sit back and you say, what is a best friend? How do you determine a best friend? Have I been around your kids? Are your kids, if something happened, and can I go pick your kids up? Can you pick my kid up? Have I been a reference for you? Have you been a reference for me? Have we tried to get some motherfucking money together? Right? There's a lot that plays into being a best friend versus being a friend versus being an outside friend versus being an associate. Hmm? Okay. Okay. So if you know me, right, where and you watch this shit, what do you think you are to me? Like what do you think you are? What is our friend what is our relationship title? Let me know. All right. So that's best friends to me. I'm probably missing some stuff because I do sit here and talk to my motherfucking self. I don't have anybody to bounce anything off of. But when I do sit down and do this, y'all, this shit off the top of my dome. These are raw feelings. This is not scripted. I set the timer. It says 3, 2, 1, and then it's go time. That's how this go. But as we sit here, and I talk, this shit is off the top of my head. So yes, that's what a best friend is to me, right? Like it's some deep shit going on to be a best friend. And it's levels to friendship as well, right? To me, Y'all know how they say women always start out at 100 and then you get demoted versus men where you start out at 0 and you go up, right? So I do the same thing with friendships. Like, how are you showing up for me? How are you showing up? And it sucks, but you have to hold people accountable for how they show up for themselves as well, how they show up for their families, how they show up for their lovers, how they show up for their kids, how they show up in life, period, plays a factor on their rating in my head. And I know that probably sounds crazy, but it's like, if you don't love yourself enough, like I used to have a friend, y'all, and I remember I asked her, I said, why do you still deal with this man that you deal with? Like, he put you through hell and back several times. You know what I'm saying? Like, he did you dirty, baby. And it's some shit that's not forgivable to me, right? Um, and she goes, I don't know why I don't love myself, and I don't love myself enough to leave. And I said, damn. And I deducted like 30, 40 fucking points. Because how the fuck you my friend and you don't love yourself? I get on here all the time and I talk about myself. I talk about how I love myself. I talk about how I try to improve myself. I talk about how I do improve myself, how y'all watch me improve myself, how y'all watch me show up for myself every fucking day. Even the days that I don't feel like it. Even the days that I don't feel like I still show the fuck up, right? So as I sit here and I say, how can you be my friend and you not love yourself enough to leave a situation where you'll be okay when you leave, because the nigga's not adding anything. It's subtracting everything, right? And that's a hard pill to swallow, because you're like, damn, I can't really be around this person as much because they don't fucking love themselves. But that's a totally different topic. You know what I'm saying? Let's get back into it. So like I said, if I didn't live with my significant other, I'm cutting both of them off. Now you have to know with me, if you know anything about Big Bella, baby, I love a good receipt. I'm not going to go through nonsense and accusations, false accusations, like Rick Ross said, but they're not false. I will not go through accusations if I don't have all of the receipts. And if I cut you off, there's a good fucking reason, right? So my dude and my best friend, what my daughter call you auntie. My daughter done been with you. You know what I'm saying? You got my location. You know where I live. You been in my house. You probably stayed at my house. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you fucking and sucking on my man? Nah, baby, like I'm good. Like, there's sometimes there is certain circumstances, I don't care, that people deserve to get they fucking head knocked off they fucking shoulders, right? But when you think about betrayal and you think about all of the things that I add into people's fucking life, and when I pull myself away, how sick they fucking be. Like, so sometimes you be like, I'll do this or I'll do that or I'll respond this way. Lately, baby, I just been walking the fuck away. It's bigger to me. It's more powerful to me. Because, bitch, you know what the fuck you did, right? And bitch is universal. Bitch, you know what the fuck you did for me to walk the fuck away. And to me, there's no confronting that. But if we have the scenario where I live with this person, um, and again, it's proven, because that's the hypothetical situation, right? I believe that I would confront both. Let's go out to eat. Let's show the receipts. I'm big on body language. Y'all know that. I'm big on being in somebody's face or on FaceTime and talking to them so I can read them, so I can look into their eyes, so I can see what their hands are doing, their nose are doing, their breathing. Pay the fuck attention to people when you fucking talk to them, right? We going out to dinner. I'm taking everybody. That's who I'm confronting first. We gonna do it since we've all friends. Got a sister wife now. But the ultimate thing about that is everybody's going to have to get let go at the end of the day. So it's just basically like, I'm gonna have to get my shit together, and everybody's just gonna have to leave, and I'm not gonna talk to him. At the end of the day, Bella not gonna talk to nobody because you're not gonna be fucking on my man, and you're not gonna be fucking on my friend, and ultimately you're not my man and you're not my friend if y'all fucking each other.